as he was later, you know, when he started World War II.
Mm-hmm.
He did start World War II. But I can remember, my father was German, I can remember him listening to Hitler on the radio. And Hitler was a very good and dramatic speaker.
He was
you know,
he was very charismatic.
What?
He was
yes,
charismatic.
Very charismatic. You know, people never mentioned, you sort of avoid things, but Hitler was a soldier. Well, he was from Austria.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Austria and Germany in World War I were allies. They're both Germanic countries. Hitler won. Not only did he win the Iron Cross, which was the German equivalent of our Medal of Honor, but he won the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross, which is a super duper medal for bravery. Of course, you know, no one's going to say anything good about Hitler,
Mm-hmm.
but he was a war hero.
So in the beginning, it was probably hard to believe he was doing all those bad things.
Well, people didn't even know about that. But he basically ended the Depression in Germany, and that had an effect on Europe. He basically ended the Depression in Europe. I've never heard anyone say that. But he did. What did he call this stuff? State socialism or something. Anyway, he made things good for the Germans. He got carried away.
Yeah.
His driving force, well, one, to purify the Aryan race, get rid of the Jews, but another was to give his country, Germany and Austria, Lebensraum, living space. It started when he occupied the Sudetenland. Sudetenland was part of Czechoslovakia. After the Germans lost World War I, they gave this piece of Czechoslovakia to Czechoslovakia. Previously, it was part of Germany, and the people there were German, mostly. So he just took, that's what, a bit about Neville Chamberlain and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's what started it all. But Britain and France said, okay, we don't want to fight, you can have it. Well, that's just what Hitler needed.
Right.
Yeah, encouraged him to go further and further.
Right. Oh, I also have one last question. So, you just said how Britain and France, you know, they were allies of the America. What were your views towards them? Did you guys think they were?
Pardon?
What were your views towards Britain and France?
Well, they were our buddies, they were our friends, they were our allies, so everyone loved them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With France, a little iffy there because of Vichy France. France was a very restricted culture, and the Germans didn't want to be so hard-handed there as they would have willing to be in Poland or Czechoslovakia. So they had set up a puppet government headed by Marshal Pétain, P-E-T-A-I-N, who was the primary French military hero